Masks off for Jesus. Yeah, you think he would have said that? Let me just grant, for the sake of this rant, that your Lord and Saviour actually existed at some stage, or even exists now, whatever. Personally, I'm a mythicist. I don't think there was ever such a person. But had there been, would he have actually said to you, there's a global pandemic. Guys, it's a virus. But don't worry, I've got your back. If you believe in me, you don't need to wear a mask. You don't need to social distance. You don't need to wear a microbe barrier or wash your hands regularly. None of that. No, that sounds like the sort of stuff that faith healers say. It sounds like the sort of stuff that these pastors who we keep hearing about dying say. It sounds like the sort of stuff that people who preach the prosperity gospel say. You know, when they get on the TV and say, Psalm 91, send me $91. Who do we remember saying that recently? This all reminds me of the joke, and it's not going to be very funny when I tell it, but about the pastor who's caught in a flood, and there he is hanging on to some debris, and along comes somebody in a canoe and says, come on, pastor, there's room in my canoe, get in the canoe. And the pastor says, no, I've got faith in God. God will save me. Anyway, he's floating there for a bit longer. God will save me, God will save me. And along comes a rescue boat. And the rescue boat people say, come on, pastor, in you come. And he says, no, God will save me. Don't worry, God's got my back. A bit later on, along comes the rescue helicopter. Dangles down a ladder. Get on, pastor. No, God's got my back. So, anyway, long story short, the guy drowns. Gets up to the pearly gates, and he said, God, I thought you were going to save me. And God said, well, what do you think the canoe, the rescue boat, and the helicopter are about? So, if you continue to go to church, don't wear your mask, push about in supermarkets, don't stand on the spots, etc., go to your faith healer and get hands laid on you and all that sort of stuff, and you end up dying of COVID and standing in front of those pearly gates, you know not to ask, because God will say to you, I gave your species the brains to work out the germ theory of disease. I gave you the ability to work out how to make soap so you could keep your hands clean, microbe barriers. I gave people the brains to work out that viruses spread less if you stand further apart. You didn't follow any of the instructions I gave you the ability to work out, and you've ended up here. Maybe you should go down to the other place.